There is a reason why I can run 2 companies, still go to date night every week, still hang out with my kids, still go to the lake in the boat, still take a vacation, still do all my emails, still do all my PowerPoint presentations. There's a reason for that. Because when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone.
Get ready to be amazed. Get ready to be transformed. Get ready to believe it is possible. You're entering the growth zone on the Guts and Glory Show with your host, Luis Scott.
Hey guys, welcome to the Guts and Glory Show. My name is Luis, and I am your host, and I'm excited to get this year started talking about several topics that are really, really important to me, especially as you're starting the new year. You want to start asking yourself the question, what am I going to accomplish this year? What are the goals that I want to reach in my life? And I think a lot of times we don't give much thought to that. We just go every day and it's the same thing over and over and over again. And I want that cycle to stop for you. I want the new year to actually be a new year for you. But how do we do that? You know, for me, I've had health goals for many, many years that I don't accomplish. I can't tell you the amount of times I told myself I was going to have a 6-pack. I can't tell you the amount of times I told myself that I was going to get out of debt, or that I was going to save to buy a brand new car, or to, you know, pay cash for something, or to not procrastinate paying for a vacation. But year after year, I wouldn't do it. I would find myself in the exact same position. And, you know, recently I had my wife send me an article, and it was like that if you lost 1 pound a week, not 2 pounds, not 3 pounds, but 1 pound per week, in 1 year, you lose 52 pounds. I mean, imagine how much different you would look, how much more confident you would be, how much more courage you would have if you achieved that sort of goal. But what happens is that we want the quick fix. We want to be the type of person that gets the results immediately. And I understand this because when I was in my 20s, I wanted to have quick success. I wanted to be the guy who was driving the luxury vehicle in their 20s, that had money in their 20s, that could pay for going out and could go to vacations. But really, the key is setting goals that help you stay focused, And so I read this book one time. It was called The One Word, and that book completely changed my life. And the reason is that I realized that staying focused was not about setting a bunch of goals like losing weight or going to the gym or making more money, but rather by living by a word, like a word that would dominate yourself personally, professionally, financially, spiritually, emotionally. And so I started doing this several years ago. And what I found out was that I would achieve my goals much easier. I found out that I would actually have more success in reaching the goals that I had for my life. I found out that I was able to do more without having more goals. And so I incorporated this in my personal life. And then I realized, what if I incorporated this in my business life? What if my business became this one word? We didn't have a bunch of goals. We just had this one word. Now, for those of you guys in business, just know I do have business goals. That's more to keep the team in line and to keep the team motivated and understanding what it is that we expect from them. But I had one word that I wanted to fulfill in my life. And so I changed myself from having a bunch of goals and looking for a lot of outcomes to just living by this one word. And for me, the word became impact. And that's the word that I chose for this year, impact. And that is to make an impact in my health, to make an impact in my mind, to make an impact in my personal growth, to make an impact in my family, to make an impact in my business, to make an impact with my friends. And so whenever I'm asked to do something, or I'm tasked with a project, or I'm thinking or contemplating about, should I move in this direction or should I move in the other direction? And I'm not sure, I ask myself, what's going to create the biggest impact? What is going to create the biggest impact for my family? What's going to create the biggest impact for my business? And then I focus on that. And so I ask you the question, what is your word for the year? What's the one word that's going to drive you this year? What's the one word that is going to carry you personally, professionally, and financially this year? Don't set a bunch of goals. Sure, goals are great, but goals without action are just wishes. And so instead of setting a bunch of goals, if you've always been the type of person that doesn't hit your goals, that quits by the end of January, I want you to set a one-word goal and to live that word out the rest of the year. And if you do that, what you'll find is you're going to achieve more and you're going to feel better about the year at the end of the year, because you're going to be able to look back and say, was I impactful? Was I impactful in my business? Was I impactful with my friends, my family? Was I impactful in my health? Was I impactful in my spiritual walk? And if you can say yes, you will have achieved that year. So pick your one word and let that be the word that guides you in 2024. You've been listening to the Guts and Glory Show.
You've been listening to the Guts and Glory Show. For more and to learn more about Luis, hit the website at luisscottjr.com. For consulting opportunities, hit 8figurefirm.com. That's the number 8figurefirm.com. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review, and we'll see you next time on the Guts and Glory Show.